too sure. Pretty sure once I go through here, the Mordettes come out and then they're attacking.
The captain is right by us. The board
Yeah.
never owned groundbreakers. That's all I read. Push on, Mordet.
Yeah, they're friends. Oh, you take care of that one. Yeah, this gun's doing some work. Oh, oh. Hey. Okay. Ooh, I'll have all your stuff. Oh my mate, I'm just stealing all your things. Hello, Sam. Let's go. Oh, that's Mordettes. Danger encroaching. Nice. So I'm guessing the more missions that you do, the more that you help out, and the better relationship that you have with other people, the easier this mission is. A bit like maybe the final mission in Mass Effect 2, the suicide mission. Yeah. I hated that mission, Mass Effect 2.
Let's look around.
Did everything perfect apart from one decision that I made, and that decision got the scientist killed. He didn't even get a death scene though. He literally, like as the ship was flying away, just as it was flying past, it flew past his dead body. So he didn't even get a death scene. Go on, Sam. Nice. We're just running through this place now, it's great. Loads of enemies down there. I don't think we really need to fight everything though, we can just... Oh, hello. What's that? Sell scrap. Sell weapons. So... Buy. What's this? 41 armor? Okay, it's not bad. 67 armor. That's kind of good. Nothing there. Oh, I just bought something. Don't mind me. 35 armor there. Oh, there's more here. 54. I think I've got ultimate bolter 2. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. How much do you cost? 8,000, and I have 8,000 bits. That's I like that. Transition to the pit. On we go to the pit. Okay. Storage manifest. Continue. Access architectural. Continue. I was hoping for some kind of like special. Oh, you can do this and suck all the air out. Oh. weird. I know I'm hitting them, but it doesn't feel like I'm doing any damage. Oh yeah, wasn't I meant to put... Oh, I didn't buy it, did I? Okay. Smash. Corrosive smash. Oh, hello. Alright. Yep. Do we want to be going up or are we going down? Apparently, yep, we want to be going up. Okay. He's over there.
Let's go, troops. Stellar base counting on us.
Yeah, Stellar Bay. So these are now Stellar Bay iconoclasts. Nice. That's honestly, like, that's a nice touch. So I'm guessing the more, depending on the decisions that you do, more or less troops here. Come on, can I see you? Nope. Come on, let me... Fine. Got you. Just wanted that little bit of health back, that's all. Alright. Okay. Sam's actually pretty OP. He's just walking through the enemy team. Nice. This way. Okay, I'm gonna go up on the walkway. Well, I said this was going to be difficult. So far, we're just taking a stroll through the old prison here. Like, this is not bad at all. Okay, where am I supposed to go? This way. Aha! Unsealed door. Exit.
Well, look who it is.
Aha! I'm going to shoot in the face.
I'll be damned. I was prepping the studio for our announcement, and here you are as a bonus. I had heard you'd taken a mechanic under your wing. What's the matter, girl? Couldn't find actual employment?
The captain's treated me right. Better than any of you bored folk ever have. I'm exactly...
And... oh, I had heard you were dragging around a repurposed janitorial mechanical.
Because you're a walking pile
My
of
staff
refuse.
jokes that it's because you're a walking pile of refuse.
Interactive database update. The unique organic substance labeled Chairman has been classified as filth, imminent for incineration.
Yes.
When you go
Go on,
to
son.
get yourself shot, try to avoid taking one to the face. I'm not in your way, dullard. You talk to me. Besides, I don't know what you think
Sophia's
you're
doing good work
here,
up
but
there with
Sophia's doing
Phineas.
good work up there with Phineas.
I wasn't leaving this room without killing him. Yeah. Sorry, but it wasn't happening. I wasn't leaving this room without killing Chairman Rockwell. Right, up we go again. May have annoyed. Okay.
All right, MSI. I'm not going to allow this business because the captain needs our help.
There we go.
So,
Here's Sanjoy bringing in MSI. Nice.
Middle name.
I'm on it. Here I go.
Smash. MSI trooper, nice. So obviously if I hadn't caused peace, then I wouldn't have got both levels of troops. So that's pretty cool, I like that. That's not a bad touch. Right, okay. Oh no, pit exit, we'll go in the middle. Alright. Thank you very much, MSI Commander.
Really doing this, huh?
Difficult job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain out remover. It's ruthless on
I
resistance.
love how that little look away there, like, oh my god, this robot.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things.
There's a pile of dust downstairs called Rockwell if you want to go and get
And
him.
there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
I mean, a bullet to the face.
Do you? The iconoclasts and MSI have put aside their
Never
differences
mind,
and
it's just
attacked the
impossible,
prison
but here we
together.
are.
You're nothing but a
Rabble
rabble-rouser.
rouser.
I'm
Okay.
going to put an end to your little rebellion.
You're gonna
And then
arrest
I'm going
us.
to have you and your associates
Broke into...
I have no intention of dying on Tartarus, Captain.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
when there's so much work left to do.
neither did Rockwell, but...
I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence.
I can't
The
figure this is a
board,
mistake I intend to
I had
correct.
Dr. Wells in my custody.
Forward the program,
Once I've
by
secured his
doing set things right. Don't enjoy the thought of it. There's been enough violence already.
In that we are in agreement.
Cast
An
down to-
end. I take no pleasure in this. Leaving you alive is too...
I'm going through you
I had a
if you want.
feeling you'd... This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on site and rinse your...
rinse down that drain.
And
Okay.
don't worry.
I mean, this warden sounds particularly scary. Ah, is it you? The Ram.
Object is soon to be feckless.
All right. I'll fix you right up.
Okay.
Right behind you.
Oh my word. Okay, it's just a few enemies around. Okay, it's just a few enemies around. Can I reload? Oh my word. It's just a few things here. Well, can I put... Is the big thing dead yet? No. Oh, ow. Right. Stop it. Oh. This is why I've got all these health pots. Just for this fight. You know, get somewhere safe, please. This is... It's just a random... Ah, yeah, man. I think what I need to do here is wait until... I think I need to wait until the majority of the things get called in, and then I need to... that, even though it has really high damage, is actually not as good as that. So I'm going to change to that. Let me repair that. Let's repair that. Repair that. That's 629. That has 1,000. Okay, so that's actually a lot better. So I want to change to this. No, shit.
And ready to kill Europe.
Oh.
Cycle back to industrial state. Don't forget to wash your wounds.
Right. Let's just run. Oh god. They're both down. Oh. 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 I mean, when I say that that was not an easy fight, I mean, I think if I was to delay that fight and come back when I was like, I don't know, like had done every single planet and done all the quests and stuff like that, like pretty much hit max level, that would be actually quite an easy fight. Doing it for where I'm up to now made it a little bit more difficult, but I mean, what? You were speaking all that crap and you literally died in like 3 bullets. Like, I haven't even leveled my guns up to 100 and stuff like that. They're not even past 50. Like, so I kind of like, if I'd done that, like, you know what I mean, if I'd taken time and done all this and stuff like that, it would be a lot better. It would have been a lot easier of a fight.
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Are you kidding? Board never stood a chance against me.
You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony.
So which we have to accomplish.
You and I are going to have to work hard.
Like the sound of that.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
Okay.
You mean we're all alone out here? Really alone?
I'm afraid so, Miss Holcomb. Halcyon is the only home we have left. Returning to Earth is no longer an option.
I mean, it is, but we don't know what's there. So.
Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Let's get started.
Yes, we do. You've done a marvelous thing. You've succeeded where anyone else would have failed, including me. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds. And then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? When I revived you, I thought you were going to help me save this colony. I was wrong. I had our roles reversed, you see. You're the one who's going to save us all. I'm just the one who set you on your path. You're the best thing to ever happen to Halcyon. If you want to take it upon yourself to lead this colony, you have my support. We're not a colony any longer, are we? Our last connection to Earth has... Our future is uncertain.
OSI teaches
the OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan.
The stranger that
but the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered.
Says she, but he said he.
The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Between MSI's worker-centric policies and the iconoclast manpower, Sanjar and Zora were able to rally many of the Terra 2 townships to their cause. MSI's workforce swelled, and the iconoclasts enjoyed a significant surge in their ranks.
Internal politics, okay.
The board was too distracted by infighting and internal politics to stop MSI from becoming a powerful corporation and a refuge for townships that might have fallen through the cracks. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly.
I think if I'd done more missions for them, then I probably would have seen them in the final bit as well.
Negotiated workplace reforms with Reed Thompson, including a single day of rest, which came to be known as a weekend. As the world around him changed, Thompson found himself pining for the old days. He was known to spend his weekends in the cantina, nursing one of the few remaining bottles of Zero G, and repeating to himself, "It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice." As for Adelaide McDevitt, she tended to her garden in solitude for another year before passing away. Her body was discovered some months later, when Reed Thompson paid her a visit in an effort to make amends. Her remains were buried in a place of honor, underneath the floor of the Edgewater Cannery. Reed believed this was what she always wanted. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter.
Had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed.
Had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. After all he'd seen and heard adventuring with you, the vicar Maximilian de Soto renounced his faith and joined the effort to rebuild the colony. Ironically, he finally found the joy that had eluded him over the course of his life, and realized that perhaps he was always meant to be just a simple laborer after all. He quickly dismissed the idea. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony.
This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Longest
Did
lasting,
you know
toughest
that
acting
SAM units are the
cleaning
longest
solution.
lasting, toughest acting cleaning solution in Halcyon?
Nice.
Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. He eventually came to terms with his own past, and was able to forgive the mistakes of his younger self by devoting his remaining years to serving the colony. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the Ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. In the end, Dr. Wells was able to save every scientist and engineer aboard the Hope. Over the next decade, nearly all of the Hope's remaining colonists were successfully revived. Halcyon saw a period of rapid technological and scientific
So I'm guessing if you take the other option, he's not going to have been able to do that.
Dietary supplements saved the colony from starvation. Geoengineering projects and social reforms began to change the structure and character of the colony. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Today, Halcyon has stabilized. The people of the colony work hard to adapt to their new circumstances.
Aid and supplies,
Nearby colonies send aid and supplies.
Real genuine hope
Life
about the
will
future.
never be easy in Halcyon, but for the first time in its history, there exists a sense of real, genuine hope about the future. And what about you?
See, now this bit's really well done.
History of Halcyon. Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising.
So I wonder if that changes if you don't take intelligence and stuff like that,
was you.
or engineering.
No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon.
We'll remain the subject counter
All we
stories for
know
years
for
to come.
certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Yeah, the ending of this game is absolutely fantastic. It's very well done, the way that it interlays everything. It makes you start to think about what decisions you've made through the game. It'd be interesting to see what would have happened if we'd done more exploration, and maybe found other team members, or if we found other things, you know what I mean? But in the mid part of the game, there's just not enough to keep you kind of entertained, in my opinion. If you're just running off and finding more quests and doing the quests, you know what I mean, that can be there anyway. But so there was an odd little bits and pieces that just didn't feel right to me. But overall, absolutely fantastic game. I'm actually quite happy that I played it. And the ending's just sealed it for us. It was a fantastic ending. Well, other than that, though, everyone, thank you very much for watching this Let's Play series. We will be back. I will be making more episodes, and I think the next series is going to be on a brand new game, obviously. And we might come back and do the DLC for this in the future. But for the moment, though, thank you very much, everyone, and I'll see you later.